I don't know what you're supposed to do when you're alone and a bunch of strangers show up to one of these bothies. It is a little bit creepy. Welcome back everyone. I have just left behind a place called the Spittal of Glen, which is not too far from a settlement called Ballater. Today I'm heading to a remote bothy high up in the Scottish wilderness. I'm going to spend the night in there sheltering from this cold Scottish weather. Should be a good one. It is pretty windy right now because I'm so exposed, but I'm heading up in that direction into that glen. This is a beautiful place, but it's quite a weird landscape. The car park is just over there, and I think that's the Spittal of Glen down there. But yeah, I'm following this nice grassy path to start off with. Let's do it. This is my first time in the area, so I don't know too much about this place, other than the fact that it's quite busy. The car park was really busy, and the car park costs an absolute fortune. Which is an L off the bat, but it's just great to be out, I can't lie, and it's only about 3 miles to this bothy, so not too far. Oh, it looks like I'm going to be following a river, which I had no clue about, but it looks quite nice, and hopefully it'll be a little bit more sheltered from the wind as we get deeper into the glen. Oh yeah, that is much better already. It's definitely less windy. These walls of the glen are just sheltering me nicely. And look at the views. Back down to the car park already. Beautiful. There's actually a decent wee bit of incline to get to this bothy. It's not loads, it's only about 250 metres, but it's enough to work up a sweat. But as long as this track stays good, we should be golden. Absolutely no complaints from me so far. The track's been not too bad. As I say that, of course it sort of disappears amongst the heather, but you should be able to make it out fairly easily. Quite easy going. And since I've left the car park, I have not seen a single person. What do people do? I swear they just hang around the car park. There was a solid like 30, 40 cars there, and seems like I'm the only one on the trail. But I'm not complaining. This river seems to be flowing quite a bit. There's been quite a lot of rain recently. I'm not sure if it's in full spate, but I'm definitely saying it's flowing faster than usual. Oh, this is a sick wee bridge. I absolutely love a wee bridge, I can't lie. Just stops me getting my feet wet as well. This is really cool. That is an absolute result, especially with how fast the rivers are flowing today. I definitely would have got my feet soaked. And the bridge has only been there for about 2 years, so in the grand scheme of things, that's not actually that long. Whoever built it, you deserve a knighthood or something like that. You have absolutely saved me today. Okay, it looks like I've got a couple options of which path I take round this corner. Or maybe not actually. It said there was a path off to the right, but that looks a lot to me like a river. I don't know if you agree. Yeah, I think I'll just stick on the one that I can definitely see with my eyes. Maybe you have to cross the river, but I don't really see a point in that. I'm already on a pretty decent path, so I might as well stay in this one. Oh man, I'm out of breath. My health fitness is just terrible. I've only done about half the distance, but I think I've done the majority of the ascent, which is nice. So I should hopefully be able to do this second half a little bit quicker. Okay, I can see what they were talking about. It definitely is a little bit boggier now, but still not horrendous. Just look at this landscape though. There's genuinely nothing up here. It is so weird. No one about, no trees. It's just really weird, to be honest. Oh wow, never mind, I take that back. I think that might be a mountain called Loch Nagar through the gap there. That looks incredible. What is this here? Another wee bridge. Get in. Let's see. Yep, this one is definitely a bit worse for wear, but I'll take it. Saves my feet getting more wet. Right, let's get to this Bothy. It's not too far now. There it is. I can see El Bothy just up ahead. Oh wow. What a setting, by the way. Look at that with the mountain in the background. That looks really cool. Right, let's go and explore. See if anyone's home. Right, here we are. The Bothy. Is anyone in there? You can just see me. Right, let's see. Holy moly. It is dark in there. Let's have a look inside. Yeah, it's so dark in here. I'm definitely going to have to get some lights on. It's tiny. Not as big as I thought it was going to be. Maybe sleep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially. Maybe a few on the floor. It's got a fireplace, which is nice. And the views outside, yeah, not too bad. Oh, always nice to get the big backpack off. And my first impressions are, it's not the nicest Bothy I've ever been to, I can't lie. But I've got it to myself, it looks like, and it'll keep me dry and warm tonight, so I can't complain. I think the first thing I'm going to do is get some food on, because I've definitely worked up an appetite. And I think I'll make it outside, just so I don't smoke this place up. So yeah, let's get some food on. This little bench should do nicely. Actually, it's a little bit wonky. I might just do it on the floor, to be honest. So for dinner tonight, I've got some Lorne sausage, which I'm really excited for, some rolls, and I had to buy this. It is the Co-op's own brown sauce. I was looking for HP sauce, but it was £4, so I just couldn't pay that. But yeah, that should be nice. So yeah, let's get this made, because I am hungry. Right, let's get these on. I am a hungry boy. And I think I'll turn that down just a little bit so I don't burn it. That's up. There we go. And I'll just let them slowly cook for a wee bit. Well, that was an absolute fail. I was just having my dinner there and 2 people with 3 dogs showed up at the Bothy. So I think I'm just going to leave, to be honest. They're perfectly nice people and I absolutely love dogs, but I just feel kind of awkward trying to film in there. It's so small, it's only one room and there's hardly even space for all of us, to be honest. So I'm just going to leave them to it and I'm going to try and find somewhere to pitch my tent. I'm just going to head back along this river and see if I can find somewhere to camp. It's a shame because it is a beautiful location. There it is there. But it's just quite small. A tight fit, to be honest. Look at that rainbow over there, that is beautiful. At least I got to have a wee look around. Right, let's go, try and find a camp spot. Man, it is windy now. It's definitely picked up quite a bit. And I think I might just try and camp on the other side of this river here. It looks like there's some fairly flat ground. And I can still see the Bothy, so I can maybe head back over tomorrow and have another look around. Right, let's see if I can cross this river without falling in. Whoa. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Whoa. Right, I made it. Let's look for a spot. Yeah, this should be fine right here. I think I'll just try and pitch it somewhere around here, and I can still see the Bothy in the distance. Right, oh, this looks perfect here. Let's get this tent up. It is a little bit lumpy here, but beggars can't be choosers. It is decent enough. Man, well, I have got the tent pitched and this wind is still pretty bad, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm happy with the decision that I've made, to be honest. Some people watching this are probably thinking, why didn't you just stay if the people were nice? And then some people are probably agreeing with me and they wouldn't stay with strangers. But it's just my personal preference, to be honest. I'm alone and yeah, I just don't really fancy sleeping in the same room as a bunch of strangers. I did it once before and I didn't really enjoy it, to be honest. So yeah, I think I'm just going to chill out at the tent. I think I'll maybe head back over when it gets dark, because they'll have a fire on and stuff like that, and just have a chat, because they are nice people. But yeah, for now I'm just going to chill at the tent, and yeah, I'll see you a little bit later on. I don't want to stop coming to these Bothys just because people might be there, but I just don't really enjoy staying with complete strangers, especially when it's a really small Bothy like that. Like, there was hardly even space to move around once the two guys were in and then the three dogs as well. I don't know what you're supposed to do when you're alone and a bunch of strangers show up to one of these Bothys. It is a little bit creepy staying in there with them overnight. I don't know, let me know. Would you do it? Would you stay in a Bothy like that with people that you've never met? But anyways, at least I'm in my tent now. We'll see how it's looking out there. Doesn't sound the nicest. Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit dark and it's lightly raining. Yeah, not the nicest. Right, I think I'll give it another half an hour before I head over to the Bothy. I'll just chill in the tent for a wee bit. Right, it is definitely a lot darker out there now. I think I'm going to head over to the Bothy. Whoa, let's do it. Make sure I shut this up. Okay, I need to try and find a good spot to cross this river. This is where I regret pitching on this side. Oh man, please don't fall in. That would be a nightmare. Oof, right, I think I've made it. Just about. There we go. Oh, I've made it. Safe and dry. Okay, now I need to try and find my way to this Bothy in the dark. I can't really see too much, but luckily this path is quite easy to follow, so I should be able to make it. Just point my torch at the ground and I hopefully shouldn't fall over. Okay, here is the Bothy. Wow, this place is rather creepy in the dark. It was cold and windy outside, and at this point I was starting to regret not staying in the Bothy. So I decided to head inside and spent the night by the fire, exchanging stories and sheltering from the poor weather. Well, that is me back in the tent, and the time is now 20 to midnight. I've just spent almost 5 hours in the Bothy, with two of the nicest people that I've ever met. We were just sitting by the fire and having a chat, and it was really nice, to be honest. If Davey and Mark are watching this, then it was really great to meet you, and I had a great night in the Bothy. I kind of regret not staying in there, to be honest. It was nice and warm. But I'm back in the tent and I'm pretty tired, so I think I'm just going to get some sleep and I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, Scotland. It doesn't actually look too bad out there. It's not raining, which is nice. Must have been quite a bit of rain yesterday. This thing is absolutely covered. Oh. Right, that is me completely packed up and it is time to go. As always, I've left no trace. Right, let's do it. It's just been lightly raining all morning. It's not horrendous, but it's enough to get you pretty wet. So I've got all the waterproofs on and I'm going to need to cross this river again as well. Right, let's see if I can do this in one piece. I think that bit right there looks pretty decent to cross. Oh, this is going to be a big jump all the way over there. Oh, just about made it. And you might be able to make out the Bothy all the way down there. I think I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to head over. They might still be sleeping. Beautiful area, and I was camping just over there on the other side of the river. Right, let's do it. It's still quite early in the morning, so I don't think it's worth heading over there, just in case they are still sleeping. I don't want to wake them up. But that was actually a great night. I really enjoyed spending the night in there by the fire. I did kind of regret not staying in there, but I've just had a few past experiences in Bothies with other people that kind of put me off. I think they are a little bit hit or miss. You can either get people like them who are incredibly nice and it's just great to spend time with them, or like the other experiences I've had where the people aren't quite as nice, they're not really up for a chat and it's just a little bit awkward, to be honest. But yeah, I've had a great night. Even though I didn't stay in the Bothy, it was still worth coming. I've got a feeling this already boggy path is going to be a lot boggier today. There was quite a lot of rain overnight. Yeah, this is definitely a little bit boggier, but still not too bad. As you can see, this is actually a particularly bad bit, but not as bad as I expected. And in that direction, that was the lovely view of Loch Nagar yesterday. Unfortunately, it's now just shrouded in clouds. Well, that is me back in the glen that I started in, so it won't be too long till I'm back in the Spittal of Glen Mick. And what a way to finish it. The sun has actually come out. It's still raining somehow. That just sums up Scotland. Sunny and raining at the same time. But yeah, I'll take it. It's better than what it's been like so far this morning. Look at that view. That is just beautiful. I really do love these glens in the Cairngorms. And there's the faintest rainbow. I don't know if you can make that out. Just up there. Stretching its way across. That is pretty cool. And that's where I've come from. The sun is just trying to burst its way through. Yeah, not a bad way to finish it at all. I'm just heading back the exact same way, so I think I'm going to end the video here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Even though I didn't manage to stay in the Bothy, I've still had a great time. If you have enjoyed it, then feel free to like and subscribe. It's completely free and it really helps my channel out. And I will see you on the next adventure.